Dark out Nova.
That's the YouTuber. 10 out of 10 IGN.
Hello there everyone, Dark Out here and welcome back to episode 19 of FTB Revelations. And today what we're gonna do in this episode is look into a bit of automation, because first there are a few things that is getting a little annoying. The first of being all the Flappy's eggs being picked up by me and the inventory management. Again, yeah, much better than what we had in episode 5, but then I can use a little bit more. So we'll look into some automations. I am kind of tired of crafting all the blags and whatnot myself. Kind of tired of resupplying the canola here and whatnot, but to get into automation we need a lot of resources, but we can start in increments. Right, first of all we will need a lot of these ME cables, and I won't do with anything less than an ME smart cable because I just love the ME smart cables. Tons of quartz fiber we should be able to make, but then that needs quartz powder and we don't have quartz. Forgot about that. We don't have quartz, so I should have really went ahead and dug into some nether quartz before I started this episode, but I kind of forgot to do that. This has 3 nether quartz because again that is not running at full speed at the moment. What do we get out? Oh no, don't grind. What do we get out of grinding nether quartz in the sag mill? That's kind of slow, but at least we're getting 2 out of each. That won't be a luxury we'll be having at the moment. Let me go and just grind some quartz, and we'll need a lot of quartz. And if we manage to find one of those beehives that has tons of quartz blocks around them, I will be more than happy. But first let's repair this. Where's the cobalt? There is the cobalt, and 1 cobalt ingot doesn't go all that much in the way of repairing this tool, so yeah, a little bit of cobalt will help too. 3 cobalt ingots and it didn't repair the full tool. Just look at that. But then the durability itself is a bit ridiculous, so I'm not too worried about that. So really nitro creeper. But yeah guys, I don't know why I was so worried about nether quartz. 5 minutes in the nether and I have quite the amount. And I noticed these trees guys, look at that. They are upside down. These are probably bloodwood from Natura, and they grow upside down. How weird is that? And these trees are quite strong because look at that. They don't even sound like I'm breaking any wood. And they're quite hard. I am actually gonna try it with a pickaxe. Nope. Definitely wood. Definitely very hard wood. Like, look at how much time it's taking, even with our fast as hell matic. And it is a little bit ridiculous how strong this is. But I guess this has gotten seared of years growing in the hot nether. And I basically have to find all the blocks and destroy them just for this to decay. Will it even decay? I have no idea. If it does, we might be able to get some saplings out of it. Now the question is, does it plant? No, it doesn't. God damn nitro creepers. But I would assume it plants itself. Yep, it plants itself on the ceiling. How bizarre is that? I don't need that. And there will go our redwoody goodness. How do we do this? Sapling here, bloodwood here. There's another kind of bloodwood apparently. So bloodwood has 2 types of variants: the outer bloodwood, the barky bloodwood, and the inner bloodwood. But I would assume they would convert into the same planks, and that is some red looking planks that I like. Shouldn't take too long. Let's drop the other half in the hopper, so that should be ready by the time we come back into here. So now we want to use fluix cables, right? Fluix cables, and for that we'll need ME glass cables, and we can use the pure fluix crystals. So we will need a crystal growth chamber, which will need some quartz glass, pretty standard stuff, and some fluix block, which again can be created with pure fluix crystals, but that's 8 pure fluix crystals, so I'll just make a block out of normal fluix crystals if I have them, which seems like I don't. Let's create some. There goes our quartz glass and a lot of quartz dust inside it. Why did I put the ore back in? Come on. Ardite ore, cobalt ore, can't put them in together. Again, gotta automate the crushing of ores and whatnot. But for this episode, let's focus on what we are here to do. So now we have 2 crystal growth accelerators, and that should accelerate the crystal growths quite a bit. There goes the crystal accelerator that we have earlier. We will do it in here, right? Let's remove that. That will remove all the carpets, but I really don't care about that right now. Let's shove in the crystal growth accelerators, one in here and one in here. Let's stick that up. And I do think we will need some oak wood to be placed here and here, since will need some water in there. So one will get placed here, and we can attach the power on top of it, so it will be fine and dandy. And one will go, I would say there. And that should accelerate the crystal growths quite neatly and dandily. Now we will dig up this area so we can actually attach the ME cables to this thing. That should be good. Let's make some ME cables, or at least let's make some, yeah, the crystal growths are here. ME cables. Do we have any cables? No, we don't. We absolutely have no ME cables. There are a little bit, like 2 ME cables in that box, but we definitely need a little bit more. Let's go make some. I think we have a little bit of fluix crystals left, 6 of them. We need that urgently, so let's make that. ME cable. 1 quartz fiber. So if we attach a quartz fiber to a cable, right? Let's do that. So now what this does is this will not allow any of the data channels to go through this cable, and it will only allow the electricity to go through. So now that device is offline and that device is offline. Why? Because we don't have enough power. We don't have nearly enough power to support 2 crystal growth accelerators, and we have ran out of canola oil too, so the remedy to this will be, oh my god, okay, wow. Yeah. The remedy to this will be breaking one of this. There you go. That should fix a lot of things. Shouldn't it? No, still didn't fix it. We need canola. Jesus Christ. Those 2 crystal things. Oh my lord. They ended up taking way too much power. Okay, will that fix it? Yeah, that fixed it. Jesus. The power's back. Alright. The crystal growth accelerators, I did not realize, need a lot of power. And I mean a lot of power. So canola. Jesus, we have only 48 left. What's up? I should have automated the canola bringing in at least. Like, look at that. It's full. The canola thing is full. And it has no power. What's up with that? Why am I whacking it with a year range? Oh my word, it has no power. Why does it have no power? The windmills are running, right? Then why in the name of God does it not have any power? Jesus, the ore for the void ore miner is really taking a toll on our power grids. Power should be restored soon. That is ridiculous, okay? Oh, we cannot run the void ore miner just yet. That is indeed a shame. That is a big fat shame. Power! Get restored, please. Yep, okay. The oil generators are running. Power should be restored. Let's see if we have any power left in this thing. A little bit. And if we attach some power in here, that should, yeah, that is able to power the crystal growth accelerators. Nice. Now we will need to dig this thing up and put some measly water in it. Alright, so that will be our crystal growth area. We can easily automate through running cables through this wool thing here, wool column here. And the first things we will need to automate to get started with any sort of automation are these things, because the processors that these inscribers produced is needed for each thing and everything useful in applied gymnastics too. First, just let's get started with doubling our fluix crystals, shall we? Is it even getting any power? Oh wow, it yeah, it is not being powered. That might be it. it's absolutely not being powered. Let's actually, this is kind of slow. Now that I made that statement, let's take that statement back, because that is kind of slow. I think the ME2 charger will benefit me more because that is much faster. So can we make the charger? Also, light detector fixture and charge quartz fixture. You can make a charge quartz fixture out of this. Look at that. That looks quite nice for the lighting. If you place one, say here, and place one, say here, look at that. It looks quite nice for the lighting, but I essentially wasted a charged Cetus quartz. God damn it. I get too distracted. Okay, charger it is. How do you make a charger? You need flux crystal. Come on. Create some flux crystals. Let's create some seeds out of them. That shouldn't be too long to grow those seeds with 2 growth accelerators. And if it takes too long, I'll add a 3rd one. Okay? I will absolutely go bonkers with the flux crystal growth. So 16 of these seeds, that should grow pretty nicely with both of those devices online. Let's see how fast this grows. So I threw them in right now, right? Let's wait like 10 seconds. 1, 9, and 10. Okay, so let's see how much they've grown in 10 seconds. About 6% in 10 seconds. That is not going to take long to grow. I will not need a 3rd crystal growth accelerator, that is for sure. Grow, my dear friends, grow. And the nice thing about the Botania magnetization ring is it does not pick up ungrown seeds. I think that's because the Platinum S62 adds some buff to the items that doesn't let them despawn. So yeah, let's wait for them to grow, alright? Been a minute. Should be grown by now, right? Almost. They look big. Let's check out the progress. 44%. Oh, okay. They will take 2 minutes to grow. Jesus Christ. That is a lot of time. I need a 3rd growth accelerator. That is too slow. I'm complaining because I have absolutely no... But then I do think 3 growth accelerators will be too heavy on my power grid, because let's be honest, the power situation is a bit... Really? That went through all that canola? Oh my god. Hello? Mr. and Mrs. Flappy. That's Flappy, because cracked hard. And that's Mrs. Flappy, because healthy hard. I should give them a good home, okay? Yeah, I'm getting frustrated out of their eggs, but I don't want to kill Flappy. He's here for, like, the beginning of the series. Also, guys, one thing I also noticed is relogging fixed the issue. It made all the dirt appear wherever there was, like, the invisible dirt thing going on. So, yeah, a quick relog would fix all this missing blocks situation here. And look at that. Bats. So many bats right under my base when I don't want bats. And when I was looking for a bat, nada. No bats. No bats. God damn freaking bats. Alrighty, that should have grown by now. If yeah, look at that. 16 pure flux crystal. And we cannot grind the pure flux crystal, unfortunately. Otherwise, that would just make like a loophole in the game mechanics where you get infinite flux crystals, and that would indeed make sense. So now we need a lot of cable, right? We need a lot of cable. Cable, flux should do, and for that we need a lot of quartz fiber. 42 of them should really do. And let's use pure flux crystals. Yeah, there we go. So now we have 32 ME glass cables. Still not enough, I would say. Still not enough. So now charger. Charger. There we go, charger. We can use the charger now. Flux production. Indeed, my dear developer. Indeed. We'll use the charger here because this is basically will be our flux crystal production area and whatnot. And the charger does not work unless you shove the cable right on top of its head. So that is kind of weird. And now if we want to charge our Certus quartz crystals, look at how fast that is. That is absolutely so much faster than the goddamn thermal foundation charger. Certus quartz crystal, sometimes it's slower, sometimes it's faster, but on an average, it's much faster, and you can automate that too. So yeah, I'm not complaining about anything there. Yeah, 22 crystals, and now if you grind them in, there will be 22 dust. That will be 44 seeds. Hold up, guys. I was making some pure Certus quartz seeds, and I accidentally put up some nether quartz dust, and this produces seeds as well, so you can even double nether quartz. I was unaware of this thing, guys. I was absolutely unaware of this. Wow. Certus quartz doubling? Yeah, I knew that, but nether quartz doubling? Never had an idea. So now for the automation thing, first we'll need a pattern terminal, right? For that, I'll need a crafting terminal. For that, I'll need a calculation processor, which needs pure Certus quartz. So now I'm going pure Certus quartz. God damn it. I'll make this crafting terminal off camera so you guys don't have to suffer with me. Oh, finally the pure nether quartz crystal, and that should be giving us some nether quartzy goodness. That's some silicon press, and that's again, I need some redstone for this. This is why I want to automate this thing. We need to automate this thing, otherwise I will go mentally unstable creating all these processors. It will be nightmare for me. Alright, so pattern, right? First we need the pattern thing. The pattern terminal. For that we need the crafting terminal. For that we need the goddamn AMI terminal. For that we need the, we have the annihilation and formation core. That's a coolant to my heart. Otherwise I would have to now create more logic processors, which will drive me insane. And now that the crafting terminal, nice. And now the pattern terminal, yes. I am the crafting master. After losing so much of my sanity, we will now need to place this pattern interface first. Let's place it here so we can have everything at one place. There you go. And now we will need some blank patterns for that. So pattern. The refund storage has the same solutions at an easier level of complexity, but I don't want to go that way. Okay. Now, here, pure Certus quartz will come in handy too. So blank patterns, like 9 of them, should be good enough for now. And now we will put some blank patterns in here. We'll convert this into a processing pattern, because what crafting pattern is for these molecular reassemblers only, I think molecular assemblers, not reassemblers, but yeah, molecular assemblers can you make use of these crafting patterns, but anything else cannot. So we will have to go with the processing pattern. So now what the processing pattern will do is, first I'll put 1 silicon here. Not 4, Jesus Christ. Okay, I actually need to separate that. I'll put 1 silicon here and tell it that putting 1 silicon in this machine will give you 1 printed silicon, alright? That is 1 encoded pattern. So now you can tell the machine from this pattern that 1 silicon, if you put it into the chest or the machine that's directly attached to you, you'll get back a printed silicon. And you cannot have anything that has a chance of getting in here, because if, for suppose, you have a chance of producing silicon from grinding sand, right? So if the machine grinds 1 sand and it doesn't get that silicon, it will basically hang, because it will still be waiting for that silicon to come in, but it's a chance recipe, so it didn't create the silicon, so that will absolutely clog up your crafting system. So only put whatever is a guaranteed to come here. So we'll do it for the rest of all those. We don't have a diamond. I gotta get a diamond. God damn it. Alright, so let's press a gold one. Where is the gold thing? The logic press. Let's press it out. That is 1. So now we can tell the machine that if you put 1 gold in, you get out 1 logic circuit, okay? So that's done too. So the silicon press is done. The logic press is done. We need to do the pure one, the pure quartz one. I need to separate that again. Pure quartz, let's produce one of those. The logic is gold. The calculation, yeah. The calculation is the pure quartz one, and the engineering will be the diamond one, for which I will need to go mining a bit that I did not think I'll be doing in this episode. Come on, I kind of have grown to hate mining. I don't know why. So that's the third pattern that we need, encoded pattern. Okay, good. Oh my, guys, can I tell that I was lucky on this mining venture that I did for the last 30 minutes. Look at that! 36 diamond, that is quite a lot, and I am satisfied with that now, and I can merrily make my engineering press. So now what we need to do is printed circuit, right? We need to produce another pattern for that. And now that I look at it, I don't think 9 pattern is gonna be enough. So if I put 1 diamond in, 1 printed engineering circuit comes out. Boop. And that is for just the basic circuits. And now I need to produce 4 more for the processors itself. So that is gonna be another headache to be dealing with. Now let's tell it, if you put in an engineering circuit and a printed silicon with a single redstone in it, right? And then let's create the engineering circuit. Let's put in this, and this. Definitely silicon presses, god damn it. Where is the silicon? Where is my silicons? Why only 1? I need all 13. Alright, let's make more silicon. And that will produce an engineering processor, right? So now we can tell the pattern that if you put all these 3 in, you get an engineering processor out of it. And now I need to repeat that process to teach this machine about everything else. Now that if you put gold instead, you will get a printed logical processor. So gold, and that's the encoded pattern. Printed silicon. Let's print more of the printed silicon. Lots of 3D printing in this episode. I am pretty sure some of you guys are very not enjoying looking at this, and some of you are very enjoying looking at this. So logic processor. Now we can tell the machine that this recipe right here creates a logic processor. Okay, so the logic processor is done now. So the engineering processor and the logic processor is done. That creates 1 logical processor with 1 printed silicon, 1 printed logic circuit, and 1 printed redstone. And now, last but not the least, the calculation processor, which, I did not need to produce another logic processor. God damn it. But nonetheless, we did produce it. So now we put in the logic processor, we put in the silicon, printed silicon, and we put in the redstone. It will give us a logic processor. Nice. Please be fast. I need to put in some cards in here to make it faster. A calculation processor, not the logic processor. I am getting confused with the words, guys. I am very getting confused with the words. Words are not coming to me today. So yeah, that's the processor. That's 7 encoded stuff. Nice. So now we will need 5 ME interfaces. 5 ME interfaces. Let that sink in, guys. 5 of these ME interfaces, and each of them needs a formation core and an annihilation core. Annihilate me instead. Jesus Christ. ME interface 3. Okay. I actually had quite a bit of annihilation core and formation core. That will need that'll need fluix dust, so we need to create more fluix crystals. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Why is this a thing? Apply statistics to you make doing everything manually quite hurtful. Oh. Okay, so that's my fluix crystals. Let's do the dust because that's apparently needed for. Why is it needed for annihilation cores and formation cores? Jesus, whoa, that grinded that thing fast. Okay, so now god damn it! Now I have power problem. I should definitely put in some automation on delivering the canola oil too. Yeah, the power's back. Okay. Alright, power is back. So ME interface. Nope. Annihilation core. Actually, formation core, 2 of them. And then annihilation core, 2 of them. That should do for now. And ME interface, 2 of them. Oh god damn it! What do I not have? Oh, okay, I did not put them in. So 5 ME interface, nice. And the good thing about ME interfaces is the electricity transfers through all the ME interface. So now I can chop these things down. Where's my shears? And chop these things here. I can put the ME interface in place of them. And I need to chop the ground a little just so the ME cables can go inside unhidden. I mean hidden, not unhidden. What am I even saying? Alright, so ME cables. Go below that thing. And go around. That will be... I don't think it will support that many channels. Because that's 5 channels there already. That's 6 channels. That's 7 and 8. It should okay. That's there's a storage bus right there too. So channel overload indeed. Okay, so what can we cut off from this channel? Do I seriously need an ME controller now? I do think I seriously need an ME controller now. That is 1 channel overload. God damn it! God damn it! I did not plan this all out, did I now? Okay, oh, wait. It's a power problem now? What? Why is that a power problem? Why don't we have enough power then? What is happening with this thing? Why don't you have power? Or is that the channel thing? Really, let's chop all this. Yeah, okay, that definitely should work. Like, even without that thing, even without this connection, we already have 3 channels. Actually, I cannot sever the connection between the ME drive because I do need the drive. There's a lot of things stored in there. Instead, I will sever this connection in here, and then I will go make whatchamacallit, controller. ME controller. There will be our first controller, which will need an engineering press, which we definitely do have. Now we need skystone blocks, right? So skystone should have some skystone. Just need to smelt these bad boys, and our ally smelter will happily do that. Skystone. There we go. 7 skystones should be good enough. Our first ever ME controller. Yes! Ha 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 ha! Networking switchboard, but now that I do this, I realize I will temporarily just have to place it here. Yep. Networking apprentice. I essentially had to use this ME controller here because I don't have any dense cables, and these thin ME smart cables can only support up to 8 channels, while the dense cable can support 32. I don't have the materials right now or even the will right now to produce the dense cables. I just want this thing automated, and the good thing about this is the electricity should flow through these ME interfaces and should go into these things and produce all of the things and whatnot. So this is the silicon one, right? So we will need to put a silicon encoder in here. We will need to put is the calculation processor, so we will put the calculation thingy-majingy here, and then we will have to put the gold thing here, the logic thing. Let's just double check that, and the engineering press should be there. So engineering press, will go here, and then all the rest of the 3 patterns will have to go onto the topmost one because it will produce all the processors from all the circuits that we will be able to produce. So now that we have this, and if we go into our crafting terminal and type processors, look at that. It actually knows how to craft a logic processor here. So if we tell this guy to craft, let's say, one of these, it won't be crafting it right now because there is no crafting processor at the moment. Okay, yeah, that kind of does make sense. All right, so now it's time to make a crafting processing unit. Crafting. So for that we will need a crafting unit, and then we don't need the core processing unit just yet. We just need the 1K crafting storage, and that needs a 1K ME storage, which shouldn't be, 1K ME storage shouldn't be too hard at this time. And we need a crafting unit, which again, oh my god, needs what? ME glass cables, a calculation processor, and a logic processor. Someone shoot me in the face. There goes. Logic processor should be able to now produce whatever I was producing. Forgot what I was producing. Oh, crafting unit. So, no. I will still need the ME glass cables, which should not be too hard to produce. Crafting unit, and now we can have the 1K crafting storage. And I want to visualize what it's crafting, so we can have the crafting monitor, which will need another crafting unit. Okay, let's not visualize it right just yet. Next gen crafting. This has 3 out of 8 channels, so now it will have, you see how that thing changed. Like this looks like one thing, and when you place it down, it changes its look. So that means that it is a valid crafting machine. That is because this thing is a multi-block structure, and you can add all these, the crafting monitor, the blank crafting unit even, to one thing, and if it's not a valid multi-block machine, it will not change its appearance. So it changes its appearance, and that's how you know it's a valid device and it is online. So now that the device is online, what we can do is have it autocraft stuff. Okay, let's check. We have silicon. We have 9 silicon, right? We have this gold thing, we have redstone and whatnot and everything. So now, if we do processor, right? Logic processor, let's ask it to produce 3 logic processor. And let's do it to start. What it will do is automatically process the things, like the silicon thing, the gold thing. It has stopped at 26% because ran out of power. This power situation is going a little bit ridiculous. The power should be back in a few, I think. Yeah, the power is back. This thing, it's a lot of power too. So now that it has been pressed, and it will keep pressing. Why is it keep? Wait, hold up. Why is it? Oh, yeah, right. I asked it to craft 3, right? So yeah, now that this thing has done this, like 3 printed silicon and 3 logic circuit, this will sit here because it has to receive these 3 logic circuits and 3 printed silicon, and that is something I actually forgot. So let's dig this thing up again. Let's place some ME cables in here. This is why this thing, the ME controller, would have been absolutely necessary. Like, we need another side to this. We need another side to this at the moment, because there will be 5 more channels to this thing, and that thing already has 5 channels in it, so it won't be able to handle all that. Now we need import buses. So import buses that will import the stuff, and for that we need the annihilation core. Annihilate me, someone. Jesus. Why do we need the annihilation core? Ugh. Still no automation. Kill me, someone kill me. Alright, 3 logic processor And now I'll have to put the 3 silicons back, otherwise the machine will get clogged up. It will like, where did my printed silicons go? I cannot do anything. I'll just stop in here. Okay, 2, and the last gold will go in there, and the last silicon will go in there. Yeah, I can always cancel this, but I just want it to work. Alright, Fluix dust. And now the annihilation core. Jesus, this is getting quite expensive. Annihilation core. And finally, all of this. Oh, what did we run out of? God damn it, sticky piston. Alright, so 5 import bus. Let's go sleep. I'm honestly getting a little tired. So much to do. ME import buses. Let's place the ME import buses. We can always hide it later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can place the smart cables in here. There you go, voila. That should be like 5 channels? 4 channels. Why? There's 4 channels. Oh, okay. This one is 5 channels. Nice. So 5 channels on this side, and 4 channels on this side. Nice. So now that if we ask it to craft, let's say processor, let's ask it to craft an engineering processor, right? Let's ask it to process 3 engineering processor. It's missing silicon. Okay, we need silicon. Yeah, that should be a decent amount of silicon. Okay, let's put the silicon in here. Now, if we ask this thing to, let's say, produce 3 engineering processors, right? Right? So now it will press 3 of these. It will start pressing these. It pressed it. That got exported. Nice. And that will... Why? What? Oh my god. Oh my god. So now the problem here is... if you pump something from the side, it goes in the middle thing. If you pump something from below, it goes here. And if you pump something from the top, it goes on top. So, oh my god. But yeah, I have a solution for that too. I am wasting a lot of resources doing this. But basically doing this is very essential for me and for my sanity. Look at how much processors we produce now. So now, for the solution for that is we do something underground, right? And we remove the interface from there. So this interface will have to get removed. Interface, you're coming with me. Okay, interface is inside us. We will need a phantom interface from actually additions to do this. So actually phantom phase, phantom liquid phase, energy phase, redstone phase. We'll need a phantom phase that will need a block of ender pearl. Okay, never mind. We cannot afford a block of ender pearl at the moment, so I actually want that, okay? I actually want that, so what I'm gonna do is spot in some endermen. Yeah. I will be honest with you guys here. I have 16 ender pearl, but I have much less sanity right now. I died like 4 times to the enderman, used up all the XP that was in my XP bar to spawn in enderman, and oh boy, I finally have 16 ender pearls. But an ender pearl block is like 4 ender pearls, right? But the big fat but right now is the phantom phase needs empowered diamantine crystal, and not just diamantine crystal. If it was only diamantine crystal, I would have shot some diamonds. with the atomic reconstructor, but empowered diamantine crystal needs the empowerment with clay and artificial dye. Yeah, we can manage that, right? But the empowerer itself, needs a display stand and a double battery. So now we need to produce that, and for that double battery we need a single battery, which is then again a lot of Anori crystal, 2 advanced coil and whatnot. So let's produce 4 advanced coils first, because we do need a lot of advanced coils. 4 advanced coils will be there. So now double battery, single battery, Anori crystals. I guess I'll just shoot 2 blocks with it, because we need a lot of Anori crystal. There we go, Anori blocks, which we can then convert into Anori crystal. Let's make the single battery, and now that we have the single battery, we can make the double battery, and from the double battery we will need the iron casings. We can produce 2 iron casings here, and we need the display stand, which will need aesthetic green blocks and aesthetic quartz. We will need more advanced coils. That's for, oh my god, we need more black quartz for this. How expensive this endeavor is getting. So black quartz ore, 12 of the black quartz ore, let's grind them up. God damn it, I hate the auto bounce. Alright, so that is 8 crushed black quartz block, which then we can smelt to produce black quartz. Alright, that should definitely be in a black quartz, and I gain 3 levels out of that. How cool. Okay, now back to the empowerer. For the empowerer, we need the iron casing. 1 more iron casing, and then we need the display stand, the aesthetic green block. You just shoot a chisel quartz block with it, and the aesthetic quartz, you just shoot a normal block of quartz. But this is not just it. To make the empowerer work, you need 4 of these display stand. So I will need 9x4 block of quartz. Jesus. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that will give us 15 aesthetic quartz block, and now I need to chisel these 15 more. Jesus Christ. And I don't know where the chisel is. There is the chisel. I need to chisel 15 more blocks, right? Chisel quartz block. And then I need to shoot these to get the green ones. And then I need to produce as many display stand as I can get, but for that I need basic coils, and for that I need redstonia. But I'm not too worried about redstonia because it's just redstone and we have way too much redstone, so I'm not worried about that one. So redstonia, that's red wool. Redstonia, lots of redstonia crystal. Let's get back to the display stands. Let's get back to the basic coils. Oh god. How many coils did I even produce? 8! Okay, that is too many. That is too many. 10 advanced coils. Why did I produce so much? I wasted a lot. Oh my god, never mind. Okay, so display stand. Now let's produce the display stands. Block of quartz go in. 30 quartz go in. Let's display. God damn it. Okay, we already have 1 display stand. We need 4 more. There we go. 5 display stands. Okay, this is. Wow, that wasn't all that expensive now. The double battery. Where's my battery? Oh, I already have the double battery. Okay, never mind. It just did not detect the double battery because it's not charged, but it doesn't need to be charged. Now the Empire. Okay, that was. I was thinking it would be kind of hard. But it wasn't. Okay, so now the best course of action will be to put the empower in the middle, and we need to place this display stands 2 blocks to the sides, right? And I will need a little bit more conduits. If I do have conduits, that's okay. If I don't, I'll just rip off some conduits from... Oh, I do have some conduits. Okay, nice. Yeah, but I was thinking I would just rip up the conduits which are going to the void miner because we are not running it right now, are we? So 1, 2, and 3. And 1, 2, and 3. So now we can place the display stands here, right? The display stands need power, which they're getting plenty of from all the stored power in this thing. So the power should not be an issue here. So now how the empower works is I will have to place a diamantine crystal in the middle, and I will need clay and blue dye. Let's bring up the light so you guys can see it properly. So we will need 2 clay. Oh, the clay is here. 2 clay, a block of clay, and what else? Empowered diamantine crystal, right? Empowered diamantine crystal will be a diamantine crystal and light blue color. Okay, so do we have a light blue dye? We definitely do. We have Botania, for God's sake. So why did I even come down? I keep forgetting I have an ME2 system. Okay, light blue. Okay, we have the normal light blue dye. That will do. And what we can do right now is individually do the diamonds, right? But that will need more resources on our part. So how the empowering works is you can either place a diamantine crystal in the middle or a block, provided placing a block will need like 9 times more power from these display stands. But what the advantage of a block is, it requires the same amount of resources, like 2 clay, 1 clay block, and a light blue dye, right? If I did it with the crystals alone, I would need 2 clay, a clay block, and a light blue dye for each crystal. But if I do it with a block, that does 9 crystals with the same amount of resources, so that does not waste resources. And yeah, it will take a while because the block takes a while, but these should not have any power problems because I've been storing power in the HV power capacitor there, the high voltage power capacitor. Yep. Wow, that is taking a while, even though we don't have any power problems here. That, I think, takes 300,000 RF, and there we go, voila! We have the empowered diamantine crystal block and whatnot. So with that, we can put this back in. Of course, we cannot because we again ran out of power, which is another issue, and our first priority for the next episode will be to automate power production, which will be amazing, to be honest. Empowered diamantine crystals for now for the phantom phase. Can we? Yes, we have produced a phantom phase, and we just need a phantom connector, which will need some eye of enders, which is pretty easy to produce. 2 eye of enders, and there we go. We have the phantom connector. So now what we can do is place the phantom phase somewhere down in here. We don't have the interface right there, right? So yeah, let's go down. Let's go up a little. So what we can do here is place the phantom phase here. We'll right click on the inscriber up there. I think it works like that. There. Block stored to this connector. This inscriber has been stored. And now if we go down and whack it, the connection is fine as working. So this basically brings the inventory of the inscriber to itself. And I just realized I need to place it 1 blocks deeper. So let's do that. 1 blocks deeper. This is... I am doing way too much in this episode. My brain is actually hurting. Alright, let's use dirt for now because I need to do this, okay? Alright, inscriber here, block stored to the connector. Inscriber has been stored, so let's go put the phantom face. Actually, let's do 2 blocks just in case. Phantom phase. You can whack the phantom phase. The connection is obstructed. It's either not in range. Okay, the range is 16 blocks. Okay. Really now? Really now? It isn't oh my god, I need to go connect it again. There's the hole. This is turning into a frustration. Yes, that is absolute the max range. Okay, so now that is connected, right? So we can interact with this to put in the inscriber's thingamajiggy in there. And we will need some Ender IO item conduits to do that, which will need Ender pearls. I'm so glad I spent an hour killing Enderman. Item conduit, which will need pulsating iron ingot. We do have some pulsating iron ingot. Nice! Item transfer. So now we just need a chest. We need a chest, and then we'll need the interface. Oh, wow. That's... Okay, so now that we have the interface, we'll put the chest in here, right? Let's put the chest in here. Let's put the interface in here. We can whack it through there. That should do. Because that is 3 channels. Okay, that will do. We can put all the encoded patterns in here. All 3 encoded patterns here. So the encoded patterns will now put everything in here, right? So now we can attach an item transfer conduit to it. And we can push items inside it from all the 3 sides. And what's fun about item conduits is you can insert. This will be green channel. Insert. This will be brown channel. And insert. This will be blue channel. We won't be extracting from this. And we can attach 3 pipes to this thing too. The chest. So if we do that and that, it will extract on green channel, this will extract on brown channel, and this will extract on blue channel. So now we just need some filters and everything will be fine and dandy. So filter, we need the basic item filter, which will again need paper and some hoppers. Jesus Christ. I need 3 filters. I need 3 chests. Oh my god. Plank. Okay. Plank. We have dark oak wood, so I shall make some dark oak wood thing. Okay, 3 chests. Alright, 3 hoppers it is, and now we will need 3 basic filters. Don't run out of paper, please. There we go. 3 basic filters. So now filtering for dummies. I'm not a dummy. Okay, I am not a dummy. So now the green thing will have a filter. So the green goes on top, right? So the green will have this, the logic circuits in it. And where's the Certus quartz one? God damn it, I need to produce a Certus quartz one. Do we have a pure Certus quartz? I am definitely certain we do. Pure Certus quartz, nice. Pure Certus quartz, inscriber calculation thing. As soon as it plops in, I need to take it out or it will get imported. Okay, nice. Now let's get back. Set up the filters. So on top we need to put these, right? On the filter, and finally the calculation processor circuit on the side, which will, the brown one, yeah, the brown one is on the side, right? So put a filter in here and only redstone will be allowed to go to the side. Look at that, redstone. Only redstone allowed to the sides, and only the silicon press things will be allowed in the below, to go in the below and to get shoved up its bum. So now, finally, let's just create one because I don't want to waste resources. Finally, this should work. Logic. Why are everything not showing up? What is up with you? Come on, I gave you the encoded patterns. What is up? What is up? Why is it not working? Come on, logic. Oh, not logic. I meant processor. So now if we craft, let's say, 2 engineering processors, right? Craft it. Pretty please craft it. It will grow and craft. Oh, actually, it. What is it doing? Does it already have the silicon presses? Because I do think it already has the silicon presses. I mean the printed silicons, because it is not producing a printed silicon here. What is up with you? Crafting status, why is up with you? Do you... I'll have to fix it. So if I put like 4 printed silicons in here, I think it just printed silicon in here. It didn't do it. It didn't do it. Why? Why? The things are here. Yes, the things are... Okay, I'm a dummy. Always active. Always active. And always active. Now that should... Okay, yeah, I'm definitely a dummy. I didn't activate them. And now, yes! Look at that, guys. The things are going in the right places. Oh, that is so nice. That is so nice. This crafted it. This crafted it, guys. Let's bring out the day and craft some more. Oh, that is so nice. Okay. Let's not too excited. Okay, we have the 2 engineering processors, right? Let's go silicon. Let's take out the 5 printed silicons, right? So it can print it by itself. So if we now need, say, logic processors, let's say 2 of them, start printing, it will go and print the silicon first, yes, and the gold first, yes, look at that. It's printing that. It's printing the silicon and gold, do it. And once it gets printed, it will get taken out soon enough, and it will be put in here, and there goes the logic processor. 2 logic processors just by itself. How cool and dandy is that? And that stopped. Why that? Power. Okay, power. Definitely need power. And now once the power gets restored, it will finish with the 2nd logic processor. I am so happy about that. Look at that! Logic processor. And poop, it goes back. And let's try out the pure certain. Yeah, we definitely have some pure certisquart ones. So we will not the engineering one. We will craft, let's say, 3 of these. Let's see how fast it can do it. It has started printing them. Nice. Printed, yes. 3 of the logic processors. I mean the calculation processors. Just by itself, it is doing all the work so fast. And that is without any manual work delays. So yeah, there goes all of it. All of it. I love it. And now if we put the things back, like we have printed engineering circuits, 3 of them, right? We already have them. So if we ask it to produce 3 of these, it already has the pre-built resources, so it will just go ahead and print them. Because it had the printed engineering press and the printed silicon press, right? So yeah, it can print it by itself, do all the automation and by itself, and I am so happy I managed to do that in this episode. Look at that. The things should be in here. Well, not anymore. It's too fast for me, but I am happy that this ghetto setup actually does work. But unfortunately, that's all the time I'll be having for today's episode here, guys. Hopefully, you guys enjoy watching this video. If it did, hit that like button. Keeps me motivated to make the episodes. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. And until next time, mind safe. I'm so happy about it.